Good morning. You know, this morning there's a certain sense of deja vu, because the things I'm going to say today, I've been saying them for the last 5 years. And as regards, I've said it so many times. But also, I know that they say, when you start getting tired of saying something, that's when people begin to listen. So I'm going to continue to speak. I will speak. I will speak. And the media, I threw a challenge this year. You have disappointed this nation in its economic development. You have failed. The media has failed. Go on any of the websites this morning and see the issues they're promoting. They have failed. They have failed to promote economic development, but that's a different matter. You know, we've talked about the things I've been talking about. If your currency is depreciating, it's a structural problem. Where do we get our dollars from? We sell gold, we sell oil. Most of the oil money remains abroad, so we don't get any of it. Very little comes, and it's controlled by foreigners. We sell cocoa, and then the Cedi has a price. It's market-driven. They've all said it. So if the young lady over there wants to buy diapers, all he does is goes to the market, and there's a price for Cedis. If there's a lot of dollars in the market, the price is lower. If the dollars are short, the forex bureaus or whoever it is will ask for more, and that's the price. It's as simple as that. So this myth, and I'm going to debunk myths this today, that there's a smoking room with people drinking whiskey and something else, with 5 men and 3 women huddled over a laptop and determining price. It does not exist. The value of the Cedi is market-driven, and it's imports, exports. And if your currency is telling you something, by the way, I didn't say it was 13. I said, when I spoke the first time, I think I said it was around 7. That's what I said. And people challenging me to say, how can you even think that, and that it should be 5? They said, Mr. Thompson, how can you say that the Cedi should be 5? Well, the evidence is clear. You know, any short-term attempt, those knee-jerk interventions will fail. And I'm glad that it was the honorable economist that said it, not Mr. Thompson. Though Mr. Thompson says we should put in the money to fail. You see, it's sending the wrong signal. Look at these people, these gentlemen from Abosokai. Some of them have been running their businesses for years. Some of them inherited from their parents. Some of them inherited from their grandfathers. Every day they have to take investment decisions. What are you telling them? An investment decision is not something you take on Monday and happens on Tuesday. No. If the man knows that the currency is depreciating, he's going to take a decision as to what can I export. You are sabotaging the economy. It's sabotage. And we've sabotaged our economy forever. It's economic sabotage. It's sabotage. Ask any of them here. It's sabotage because you are giving them the wrong signals. And by the way, next time you decide to pump money to artificially prop up your currency, go and speak to the cashew farmers. Speak to them. Speak to young Otunyeje. Speak to him. Speak to your cocoa farmers who bring in most of your dollars. Speak to them. And then don't be surprised that they sell their cocoa farms to their cocoa farms turn into galamsey pits. And the rest of the land, they sell it to people building shopping malls, with everybody selling and nobody to buy. This is economic sabotage. Short-term intervention is sabotage, absolute sabotage. And it should not be allowed to happen. I always like to reduce the discussion to terms that really make sense. Because, like I say, for a Ghanaian, all we care about is the value of the Cedi in your pocket. That's all that matters. Hello? All that matters is the value of the Cedi in your pocket. Nothing else. In 1980, and I'm an old man now. Now I'm even becoming an old man. I went to University of Ghana. I was at the School of Admin. And as part of, when you're in School of Admin, you're taught, you have to do, first you do economics. There's an economics module you have to do. And our lecturers that taught us economics, there was Dr. Jones of Reata and the late, His Excellency, Emis Arthur. And they told us a story of this country which had taken a product, this is a story, which was not indigenous to it and had made that, it had become the #1 exporter in the world. This product is not indigenous to this country and they become #1 exporters in the world. Who do you think this country was? Ghana. Cocoa is not indigenous to this country. At the time cocoa was brought to this country, probably took about 5-6 years to mature. Everybody grew cocoa. And eventually, at some point, Ghana was the #1 exporter of cocoa in the world. We are not stupid. We are like any other human being, respond to incentives. You know, there's also some myth that Ghanaians will like Obroni Wewu. Yeah, right. It's poverty that makes us wear Obroni Wewu. Poverty. Yes. Poverty. They talk about, they say we like akukufun. Do you know which Ghanaian in this room doesn't know that that chicken running around tastes better than that chicken that lived for 10 years, it's been frozen for 25 years, and now it's on their table? It's poverty. Go to any function. Go to any function over the weekend, christening, wedding, funerals. When we are in our finest, we wear our African attire. Poverty makes us wear Obroni Wewu. And don't give me that mishmash, emotional argument of buying made in Ghana, you're not patriotic. What are you talking about? When I'm buying, it's my pocket. It's that simple. How difficult is that to explain? The buying decision is not emotional, it's financial. If I go to the shop and a 500 ml bottle of Coke is, I'm using Coke as an example. Coke is 2 cedis and Soboro is 5. Which one do you think I'll buy? Thank you. We are not stupid. We respond to incentives. We are human beings. We respond to incentives. Last time I was in the corridor, some high places, and somebody said, Mr. Thompson, you've been talking about the Cedi. Stop this thing you are saying. Ghana is import dependent. I say, yeah, right. That tells you that you have a problem. And I'll give you an analogy. Can you believe it? In the corridors of power, somebody tells me, Mr. Thompson, stop saying what you're saying because Ghana is an import-dependent country. Hello. You have malaria. And you go to the hospital. And the doctor gives you anti-malaria tablets. And then you say, well, no. If I take these tablets, I have stomach upset. So you go home and take shower. You take a cold shower. And so you are there like this. You're shaking. And the evening, the malaria comes back. The morning you go back, the same thing happens. You know what's going to happen? The parasites are building your liver, you will die. That's exactly what is happening. Let's not get confused. This business about saying we're import dependent will kill us. And one day, you know what will happen? The Chinese will get upset with us. The Ivorians will get upset with us. The Togolese will get upset with us. And you know what will happen? We will starve. Because we are not taking the right decisions on the currency, intervening when we should, and not pointing people to make the right decisions. All the food production, we are still importing. We are sending the wrong signals. We are importing everything. One day we'll be importing so much, we don't produce anything, all the capacity is gone, they'll get upset with us, and we will starve. We threaten the food security of this country. We will starve. And I've been saying these things 2014, 2013, and nothing has changed. There's a gentleman from the president of the Ghana Forex Bureau Association. He's around somewhere, isn't he? Please stand up, please stand up, please stand up. Yes, you're up. Next time you see this man, next time you see any of his members, say Alaji, say Alajia, say Mr., say Mrs. Say thank you. Madam, thank you very much. Thank you for helping to keep the value of the Cedi lower. Does he look like somebody who hoards currency? And then you accuse them, if your currency is wobbling, you accuse them of hoarding money. What's wrong with you? Thank you, you can sit down. Say thank you to them. These people spend their time looking for pockets of dollars or whatever currency, put a little on it and sell. They trade in the margins. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Ghana should honor you more. If you are hoarding dollars, then you've done a very good job, because you don't smell of the dollars, but you've done a very good job. Somebody said, I think I heard, did somebody say it was the issue of the Bank of Ghana? Well, hello. The Bank of Ghana doesn't produce dollars. The bank can only make the soup with the meat it has. I've said it before. What's the Bank of Ghana supposed to do? If you give me more dollars, you give you a stable currency. If it's short, you give you less. It's as simple as that. So what's the way forward? Let the Cedi fall. Well, the first time I said we should let the Cedi fall, and the young men at Abusoka, I can assure you, the entrepreneurs, though if you give them the right direction, they'll put the money where they think they can make money. The entrepreneurs. Let the Cedi fall. The silver bullet is agriculture. I've said it so many times. Provide tax incentives. Give support to the farmers. Even if all we did, even as a country, all we did was to say that let's replace what we import, food, the things we can grow here, with local production. And that's, I think somebody said it was said, that will make a huge difference to this country. Huge. One day the Chinese will be upset, the Brazilians will be upset, the Ivorians will be upset, and we will starve. I can see it coming. But above all, make agriculture sexy. You have to make agriculture sexy. Provide Wi-Fi in the rural areas. Build them roads. Give them lights. Give them schools. Sometimes, we tend to think that we enjoy it when our children, we spend all the money on them to go to school and sit at home doing nothing, and we are approaching pension, and we don't know what they are going to do. We look down upon the people that are in the streets selling, and we think probably they should bring something better. So yeah, right. Unless you make agric sexy, unless you start to make it modern, unless agriculture is seen the same way that people see holding a laptop, you are going nowhere. And this country will go nowhere. We will starve, there'll be no jobs, and there'll be no economic development. Thank you very much.